Friends, I would like to talk to you reminiscing and remembering Shri G Muralidharan, a highly respected person and a top official who died, as you know, a few days ago on the 21st of May 2023 in Trivandrum. Shri Muralidharan was a highly respected official who performed key roles after the formation of Kerala in the Kerala government administration. Coming into IAS in 1958, soon after the formation of the new state of Kerala, and along with a batch of similarly youthful young recruits coming into the Kerala IAS cadre through All India examination. They, along with the previously experienced persons who got into IAS from the former Travancore Civil Service, they together formed a band of officials who were having a critical role in the formation of the administration of the new state of Kerala. And Shri G Muralidharan played a key role among them. I used to know from Mr. G Muralidharan before I came into IAS. In fact, I met him when I went for interview to New Delhi in 1967. When as a junior officer, he was working as Under Secretary in the Ministry of Defence. I could meet him because I knew Dr. Bhaskar Menon Ambadi, a well-respected doctor in the Medical College Trivandrum, who was later superintendent of the Medical College Hospital, whose daughter Leela had been married to Shri Muralidharan. I used to consult Dr. B.M. Ambadi frequently for a skin problem that I had in my student days. When I got the call for interview, my father informed Dr. Ambadi about it, who then immediately offered to send a letter to his son-in-law and gave me a letter to hand him when I meet him in Delhi. I met Mr. Muralidharan in his apartment in Delhi, and he told me how to conduct myself before the interview board for the IAS examination. He asked me to meet him again after the interview, which I did, and I explained to him, described in detail. He wanted it that way, about what transpired in the interview board. And after listening to me, he encouraged me, saying that he thinks that I had done well. I got selected into IAS later and then started knowing him more closely since then. He was senior to me, always a guide, available for consulting on any issue or problem that you face, and he would give you sound advice, good judgment, and analysis of the situation that will expand your view of the whole matter and help you to arrive at a proper decision. Whether it be administrative matter or even personal problems if you meet with, I had the confidence to go and talk to him anytime with the hope that he will engage himself with my problem as seeing it as his problem, and then give advice or give a different dimension to the whole matter, which will help me solve the matter. He was a person of high integrity, good judgment, and very competent administrative capabilities. That's how he earned a reputation as an effective and trustworthy officer in the government, and played a key role in the early Kerala state government affairs as a collector, as head of the department, and other posts at the junior level, and later on occupying positions like the Agricultural Production Commissioner's job, which at that time encompassed under it several sectoral departments, and he handled those matters very efficiently. A band of IAS officers working with him, and he giving them proper direction, supervision, and bringing discipline in the whole system of work. So that working with him was a pleasure. Whether you work directly under him or in a lateral department, you could always trust on his help whenever you needed it. He was very upright in his views and would express them fairly and without fear before the politicians, while at the same time cooperating with the politicians and working with them. I mean the political leadership which is in power from time to time. One of the incidents I remember which he recounting, early in his career when he was a collector in the 60s, collector of Kottayam district. This was the event of the funeral of P.T. Chacko, who had a few months earlier resigned as Home Minister from the R. Shankar ministry. Shankar, the Chief Minister, wanted to attend the funeral, but he was discouraged by senior police officers and from certain other quarters. But he wanted to attend, and he consulted the collector, Mr. Muralidharan. Mr. Muralidharan told him, "You come, and there will be no issues, and you attend the funeral, and R. Shankar went and attended the funeral. The whole thing went smoothly. So Mr. Muralidharan had a good judgment of situations, and he was in control of matters wherever he was to be in control. He was a multifaceted person with interest in several matters, without ever sacrificing his commitment to his work. Like he has worked standing closely with Suryakanti, the art gallery in Trivandrum, where his wife Leela, a dancer, an artist, a dancer, and a singer, is also on the board. Shri Muralidharan used to stand very close and associate and participate in the functions of the painting exhibitions and the events Suryakanti organized from time to time. He even attended almost every exhibition, including off-site ones like artist workshop, like in Kovalam and other places. He would come and show deep interest in paintings and in painters, and he used to be in dialogue with them. He used to read books and critically look at them. I remember once one of our colleagues in the IAS had brought out a book of memoirs. Mr. Muralidharan mentioned about to me that he saw it and read it. So I asked him, is it any different from many of the memoirs that we see where most of the time they talk about themselves? He said, this is no different too. He liked the officer who wrote the book, but at the same time he could be very impartially critiquing the work that he has read. That was his general outlook on life. He would look at things impartially, not partisan way, and his judgment was fair and equitable, and his outlook was quite balanced, as I found always. He was an officer for whom your respect would not diminish over time, but would only increase, seeing him handle different situations and seeing him working with other people. He was a leader of the band of officers in the cadre. Always there will be a few officers working with him or who have worked with him who have, because of the regard for him, would be meeting him frequently. So he was a kind of a constant kind of contact person for many of the officers. Those who are, after his retirement even, he kept that kind of a close contact with people. He had interest in people, love for them, regard for them, and interest in them. For instance, after his retirement, people who have worked with him in Delhi or wherever, those who visit Trivandrum, invariably I would find that they would be visiting him. And when I meet with him, he'll be talking about who came and what they discussed and things like that. So in all respects, therefore, Shri Muralidharan was the gem of a person of integrity, fairness, equity, love for others, regard for everyone, and as an official who was very much deeply intent on his work, fully applying himself to his work, owning up the responsibilities that were reposed on him from time to time, and working quite cooperatively with the political leadership, while at the same time being upright in the matter of expressing his views and putting them down on fire wherever required. I remember Shri Muralidharan with great respect, and I remember him at this moment with sorrow about his departure. I am sure he is one person who will stay in my mind for all times, and likewise I'm sure many of you who are listening to this would also have similar feelings and would remember him fondly. I wish Shri Muralidharan's family good memories of his life. Thank you very much.